voting being compulsory. If that bill were to pass, I, Olisa Agbakogba, will not obey it. I'll plead conscientious objection. I'd rather go to prison for 6 months than to obey it. Why would the National Assembly want to impose compulsory voting? Why don't they reverse the question and say, why are Nigerians not interested? What is the apathy about? Well, the apathy is that they don't get anything. If I know that I'm going to get something, there's an aspiration, there's an interest, you will find people coming out to vote. But if people see the same old trick, you come, you take my vote, you disappear till the next 4 years, there'll be apathy. So for all these reasons, Sean, I think we need to look for a new model. Here, we have a challenge about our democratic system. And I put that down to the Western political system that enables the person who wins to take everything. Now, if you take everything and exclude others, there'll be problems. But if you have a system, whatever it is, that it includes people, everybody, I don't know what that will be called. If you have a system that includes people, then I think it will be really, really beneficial. Right now, we have a big problem in having a system that excludes. I think you will find the biggest problem we have in Nigeria around exclusion. That, I think, is the biggest problem. Around exclusion. People are not taking part in the process. So, all right, let's say 2027 is coming. So suddenly you have the big issue of coalitions, defections. Why? I have not heard many politicians talk about people, about the welfare of Nigerians, about their suffering, about their inadequate opportunities. I've not heard that. All I hear politicians do is every 4 years, they jump up, they become active. Once they get power, they disappear. Look at
God bless you, Barrister Agbakogba Olisa, for speaking the truth. Although the proposed law jointly sponsored by Speaker of the House of Assembly Tajuddin Abbas and Labour Party lawmaker Daniel Asama Ago is aimed at combating voter apathy and vote buying according to its sponsors. They pointed the Australia's successful implementation of compulsory voting as a model. Even Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu also backed this particular bill. And I love this particular statement, which is coming from Olisa Agbakogba. However, this bill equally sparked legal and civil rights concerns. Another prominent lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, known as Femi Falana, also described the proposal as both unconstitutional and unenforceable. In a statement titled, "Compulsory Voting is Not Enough," Falana equally has cited sections of 1999 Constitution that protect the right to privacy, thought, and conscience, arguing that compulsory voting violates these provisions. It is indeed practically impossible to prosecute millions of Nigerians who may decide to boycott national and local elections that have been reduced to the periodic renewal of misgovernance, corruption, and abuse of power. My people, even P2B, last night it has been trending all over the social media spaces yesterday that P2B is now in coalition with Atiku Abubakar in the running of one-term president under PDP. P2B has come to debunk all this lie that Nigeria can be fixed without P2B, that it is in coalition fighting against injustice, against hunger, against insecurity, against any disastrous act against Nigerian people. He is in to make Nigeria a better country. That is not in coalition. Is not. In fact, P2B is more than a VP material. So I don't understand. Did Atiku actually articulate very well before approaching P2B and making such an offering? Honestly, what was he thinking? Come of it, my people. P2B is a presidential material. Someone that won the election in 2019 and Jega of Nigeria manipulated the election result in favor of this people we are passing through hell under his regime at the moment. And Atiku now deemed it necessary to approach people. For what reason? Why do you want to approach P2B? To be your VP for what? You didn't even say, okay, Peter, be the president, let me be your VP. It is in Nigeria that when you see an assistant or let's say a second person that is in position to power, they will always be silent. Look at Shetima. Shetima is nowhere to be found. Tinubu is busy moving around with his own biological son, Sayi Tinubu, and disgracing Nigerians even internationally. Imagine the way Sayi Tinubu was disgraced at Vatican 2 days ago, where he went to shake the new Pope. People can do better. So the question I ask myself, when did Tinubu's son become the vice president without us knowing? Because obviously all the vice presidents, work are now being covered by Seyi Tinubu. Where is Shetima? Nigerians are now asking this question. Where is Shetima? Nigerians. Where is Shetima is something that we need to ask. Nigeria and Africans need to be delivered. Enough of all this political brouhaha in African soils land. My people, my people. Look at what is happening. Killings here and there, hunger here and there. People are buying every day and nothing is going on. An helicopter was spotted delivering ammunition to Fulani herders in the northeast forest. And we have France military base in Nigeria. What are their work? Or does it mean that they are the ones sponsoring these, terrorists in our land? Terrorist groups keep emerging here and there almost every month in the northeast. And you people are not even concerned. Look at the way they capture our military men like fowls. And they even kill them on live video. I don't know if you guys are getting something. We are talking of how to tackle insecurity. And Tinubu, as he has failed in his first tenure, he's still looking for a way to emerge as another president in 2027 election. What exactly is going on? We are still in 2025 and you are campaigning ahead of 2027. Tinubu, people are suffering under your leadership. It is expected of you to quit and step down for a better person to step in there and make Nigeria a better country. Imagine even House of Rep, including about 6.9 trillion naira. In 2025 budget, they added extra 6.9 trillion naira. What exactly is going on? What is going on? The masses are suffering. And the politicians don't care. They don't care. They don't care. It is high time we call a spade is a spade. It is high time we wake up Nigerian youth to say enough is enough. We are talking about electoral reform. Tinubu went and appointed new INEC chairman for what exactly? Is he expected to appoint a new INEC chairman by himself? There should be process and ways to appoint a new INEC chairman in Nigeria. But no, look at Tinubu. He does anyhow he wants. He declares state of emergency anyhow he wants. He sack any governor he feel like he want to sack. He suspend whoever he want to suspend. What gave him that right to suspend an elected governor in a single state? We did not elect him. So when all these things are happening, we voted for P2B. We did not see P2B as the president of the country. Rather, we saw drug lord T-Pain, Tinubu there. Then you still expect Nigerians to still have faith and confidence to come out to cast their vote during elections in Nigeria. It is obvious that for the last 2 decades now, our Nigerian vote election, it is obvious that our vote doesn't count anymore in Nigerian election. Because at the end of the day, we discover that you will see even our so-called Nigerian security personnel, they will come to help riggers, people that are rigging elections, to carry the ballot box, and they will snatch the ballot box and start running. Election which started peacefully will end up in a chaotic and in a shattered way, which is not expected of a country that called themselves Giant of Africa. Giant of Africa, my foot. Nigeria does not deserve in any way to be a Giant of Africa, because Nigerian youth are suffering. Nigerian youth are crying for a better nation. Nigerian youth are doing everything better to make this country a better country. But the old cargoes we have that are in politics, that have occupied the political parties and political oppositions that the government has in Nigeria, have spoiled the country beyond repair. Anyway, now they are trying to make vote compulsory, that if you fail to vote, probably they will jail you 6 months, or probably you pay 100,000 naira fine. And Agbakogba, Olisa, Femi Falana have come out to debunk this forceful way of mandating citizens of the country to vote, rather than looking for a way to tackle the main problem. The people has failed to trust the INEC anymore. The people of Nigeria does not trust INEC anymore. So INEC is expected to work on themselves. Work on yourself to bring that trust back to us. Our vote is no longer there. And INEC chairman will be calling the election result, and the people that brought the election result to that particular INEC chairman will be telling that this is not the total amount they have with them, and you will tell them to shut up. The person that will tell him to go to court, and you put your master there to continue. You see the problem in Nigeria? Nigeria can never be better. The only solution is that except we divide or we kill all politicians that are corrupt should be quiet. Like P2B proposed. He proposed for a life sentence, or let's say for quiet, to kill any politician who is found guilty of corruption. Before Ghana became a state economy as it is today, they gave their past and present politicians. These people were corrupt in every ramifications, and things weren't moving in Ghana. They chose this option just to restore sanity and a moving economy. Look at Nigeria. Look at our GDP. Look at inflation. Look at the fuel price. Everything has shattered. Nigeria has spoiled beyond repair. Killings here and there, insurgencies, terrorists rising here. Look at what is happening in Northeast, Benue State, Enugu State, Imo State. Killings. Look at what happened 2 weeks ago in Omono-Okigwe in Imo State. All the truck they were plying on in Omono-Okigwe Road, they were all burnt. People were killed, massacred. For what exactly? What is going on? Nigerian military has failed to go and combat with the real terrorists and buy them. They are abusing in the southeast, looking for Jãiled the Yahoo to buy in the name of they're looking for Biafran soldiers. You see why Nigerian youth have failed to join this new recruitment that is coming from Nigerian military. Militaries are recruiting. Nobody was willing to join. Nigerian military are crying. The Nigerian army general is crying. Hey, please, youth, come and join. You are not begging Nigerian youth to come and join so that they will be killed like far by Boko Harams and the jihadists and the swap members. That is what you people want. No, enough of all this. Enough is enough. You people know where the water is leaking from. Go and tackle it. If you cannot tackle the problem of this country, it is better we divide. Igbos, go your separate ways. Hausa, go your separate ways. Yoruba, go your separate ways. This is a forced coalition. This is a forced marriage. Enough of all this. Since this one husband cannot satisfy the three of us, this one husband called Nigeria is no longer satisfactory to all of us. It is better we divorce this one husband known as Nigeria. Enough of all this, my people. What is your opinion? Feel free, drop it in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe. Turn on the bell button so you always get notified whenever we post our latest content. Don't forget to share this video. Share and share and share. You don't know the life you're trying to save out there. You don't know who you're trying to impact, one knowledge or the other. Try to share this video. Love you guys and stay tuned for more updates.